What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the 2-guard method between me and my boy Gio. Alright, so you're going to basically learn how to do the 2-guard method. It's a 1.5 guard and a half guard, and we use some blending shears. And basically we cut two different styles. So clearly you can see he likes to work on one side, put the guards down, go to the next side. Unlike me, where I like to do the whole head with one guard, then go to the next guard, then go to the shears or whatever the case, right? So you'll see some repetitive steps. You'll see some things we need to work on. You can obviously comment. This was the first time we actually did this method, and I thought this was cool. We challenged ourselves. I think this came out to be a dope product. Personally, that's what I think barbering's about, man. Barbering's about challenging yourself, getting better, making mistakes, trials and tribulations, all of it. So I definitely think you guys can learn from this video. You can learn different ways that we both like to do haircuts. Obviously, his is a different approach than mine, but ultimately the result comes out good. He's using the pencil here because I'm just waiting for this box to grow back, basically, to make that as honest as possible. I'm a little light in the front, and the boxes, they were pushed back, so we're waiting for that to grow back in. He's blending in the beard right there. Overall, I have a great time every time I come over here. He just brings the vibes. I bring the vibes too. And we just talk and we have a good time, what barbers should normally do, you know? Everyone deserves to sit in that chair. As much as I want to learn how to cut myself, I just know the experience is going to be different. So as much as I love to do it, I like when somebody else is giving me a haircut because I don't got to worry about nothing. And we talk about everything throughout the cut. One thing I definitely want to point out is the consultation does not end just over that first like 30 seconds or minute and a half, however long your consultation is. It doesn't end there because there's certain aspects of my hair that I like and certain aspects of my beard that I like, and he knows to ask those questions. I think throughout cosmetology school, it's really only been him and me really figuring out like we have to keep the consultation going, so we just have an understanding of what everyone expects. Sometimes clients don't like that from me, but I like to give you the highest expectation that you could get from this haircut. I like to give you my full service. He does the same thing, provides the best service we could possibly give. And then from there, I mean, if you get a little annoyed with me, I understand, but at least you getting the haircut you asked for, rather than you getting all zeked up, getting mad at me because we didn't have a communication there. So I think that's a major key. That is a major key, is just make sure your consultation doesn't really end, because there's certain ways people like their beards. There's certain ways people like their boxes. I mean, that's just regardless of it. And then have the normal conversation. I don't know what's so hard about having a normal conversation. I have normal conversations with all my clients. So that's just the reality of it. There's always something I can relate to. I feel like I got little nuggets of information in my brain of just random stuff. And I try to find those things to talk about with clients, because you never know how someone's feeling about a situation, right? So this process took us about 2 hours. I'm not even gonna lie. Just because we stopped, we had a good time. We were just sitting there talking about music and just a whole bunch of things. This was recorded, so we were able to take our time and really perfect this with this 2-guard method. Ultimately, the goal on my side, I want to get to that 20-minute point where my haircuts are done in 20 minutes. Now, in order to do that, I had to challenge myself. Before, I would use like 4 guards to really do a haircut. Now I use 2. Eventually, it's going to be using no guards. And then my slots are going to go from an hour to 45 minutes to 30 minutes to 20 minutes, right? Because I feel like that's what it's about. Just constantly challenging yourself to get better and creating new expectations for yourself. If you're not challenging yourself in this aspect of it, I don't think you possibly can get to that next step. And I'm not just looking at it as a money grab. I'm looking at it as like what could possibly be done, right? So one of the craziest stats I saw, shout out to Ivan Zoot. I saw his Instagram. He holds the Guinness Book of World Records for most haircuts in 24 hours, most haircuts in 24 hours, most haircuts in an hour, and the fastest haircut. So his fastest haircut is 55 seconds of doing a full haircut, right? His most haircuts in an hour is 34, and I believe consecutively in 24 hours, don't quote me on this, but I think I'm pretty close, is 340 haircuts. Now, take away the money aspect of that, right? Some barbers don't do 340 haircuts in a month, right? But let's just say he charged everyone top dollar. I don't know exactly what the outcome was. I don't know if he was just recording and just knocking out all his clients. I don't know what it was, right? But let's say he charged them $30 a piece, right? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money in 24 hours. He made someone's month in 24 hours. So I just want to bring that level of just going hard and just bringing in all that excitement, all that joy, because I feel like barbering could really get there. And one thing I wanted to note too, one thing I noticed in other countries is like these barbers are really killing it. I was looking at a barber over in Puerto Rico. Bro, he had a highlight reel and it was minutes of every time he did a haircut. Bro did like 53 haircuts in a day. That is insane. I haven't seen nothing like that. So I know for a fact if somebody else could do it, I could do it. I know that for a fact. I believe in myself fully. I fully committed to this. Now, you see, what we did on my haircut right here, my bad, let me get back into it. What we did on my haircut right here, we did a skin taper on mine with the front and the back, a little bit of a low, just because I'm thinking about braids, and we also blended in the beard. But one thing I wanted to try on my boy Gio, we haven't done this before, is a shadow, right? So what I decided to do was give him points, because we've done the skin tapers, and I think they look nice. See, for this part right here, I could debulk with a 3, I'm not gonna lie. But for some reason, every time I debulk with texture shears, it just lays so much nicer. It's a little bit of a difficult spot, and I know after a while your back would be hurting. So definitely a 3 would be the better option. But, you know, we like to go the extra mile out here. But yeah, you see, I don't put down that 1.5 guard until all of the head is done. So the left side, the right side, and the back. That's basically my process for every haircut now, because I feel like it's faster that way. Me personally, I might put it down to go grab a texture shear, but I won't put it down for the next guard until I feel like I'm fully done, open to close. Yeah, because I blend open to close with the 1.5, and I blend close to open with the half guard. We both did the same technique. I don't know if you noticed it. You can't really see it. He had his JRLs. I had mine. Just 2 different ways. We probably blocked the lever system, but we have the same concept. When we said this is going to be a 2 guard challenge, we were like, all right, bet. So we're going to have to go open to close with the 1.5, and we're going to have to go close to open with the half in order to get the result that we're looking for, right? So I don't take his taper too high. I never know. He wants to grow his hair out, so I try to conserve and keep as much length as possible, right? So that's what we did right here. My lever open actually came out lighter than what I was expecting, because his sideburns, there are a bit heavier or more dense, I would say, than his back area. So you see right there on that angle, I love this, by the way. The lineup part is one of my favorite parts. When you're edging behind the ear and just the lineup and everything coming together, that's the best part. But if you noticed, it's super light back there. And I was like, damn, I went with the lever open. Like, how come this acted like this for that? So I didn't know, but you got to adjust. You just keep going. So right here, I'm just creating those points. Since it is a bit dense, everyone knows how sharp the FX3s are. I wasn't done with this side yet, but I was just trying to make that point just to make sure it was doing what it needed to do. I did it on both sides. I would normally line up after the blend is done, but sometimes I like to line up just to readjust my thinking of what step I need to do. Like if I need to do a lever open with the clipper, if I need to do a lever open with the half guard, or just close it a little bit. So I feel like lining up gives you that time to recalibrate and just get back into it. I didn't think I'd be talking for 10 minutes straight, but I hope you guys enjoy this. I try to give you all the energy possible. I have a great time. I love filming content. I love just putting my all into these haircuts. Like, this is my favorite thing to do. So this is my guy, Gio. Makaso is what I go by. I'm going to tag him, Yayo Fades. And hope you guys enjoy, man. Hope you guys have a great time. If you want to check out the reel, it's on my Instagram. We went for that Method Man and Red Man mix, just because I feel that's a little bit of what the personalities are like. So go check it out. I'll leave that linked in the bio. But I'm going to catch you on the next one. Hopefully, y'all learned something. Hopefully. We didn't go too fast or too slow. So hopefully you see I'm doing a lot of flicking out motion. And right there, texture shears just put everything together and just put together beautifully. Before I'm out, I just want to say this is the first time I ever used a straight razor on somebody else besides myself. And I didn't realize it takes a little bit of adjusting to feel the pressure of the skin and just realize if you're cutting somebody. So we did spend an hour when I gave him the haircut, just because I was learning how to use the straight razor. So I like how everything came out. First time using a straight razor, had a really good time. We laughed about it at the end. And yeah, this is my shadow temp, whatever you guys call it, in back where I'm from. This is called a light taper with some ice picks, and then just a light taper in the back. Out here on the West Coast, I guess it's called the shadow, or whatever y'all call it. I don't know, but it's a light taper to me with the ice picks. So very New York, very much my style. Hope you guys enjoyed. You see, he's joking around. This is what we do, man. But yeah, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out.